And hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. Dogboat333, and welcome back to Heart Design for Kaiserreich as Sardinia. Now, last video, we set up ourselves up on the path to have elections. And so, we're doing pretty decent so far. We'll end up seeing what happenings. That was definitely art, Philip, I agree with you. He showed us a little dance, sent a little video for those of you who weren't on the stream. It's pretty neat. We need some Italy patriotic music for the background music. I wouldn't be opposed to that. The only problem is it might mess with my monetization. I used some of the the official Kaiserreich music mod, which I thought would be okay. But I ended up getting my Romania series demonetized, so I'm just a little sketchy on that. And monetization isn't the biggest thing, but it is a thing for me, so I do gotta keep that in the back of my mind. Today, the Canadian government declared their support for the United States of America as the only true and only legitimate claimant to the mantle of American leadership in the wake of their Civil War. While stopping short of proclaiming direct military intervention, they offered to bolster federal troops, equipment, and volunteers, as well as an array of military advisors. They've requested from the Sardinian military. The Canadians stated solely that America was required to maintain world order and prevent the dissolution of world's greatest powers into chaos. That might be not. It's an interesting choice. Especially because I don't know if I've seen the U.S. ever win since the rework came around. Although, who knows, I might be proven wrong. I'd like to be proven wrong. It's not Sardinia but Corsican, but it's fucking Corsican's, the Red Army is the strongest. Well, it kind of goes against the spirit of Sardinia in the mod, so I'll check it out when we get some time in between. I'm still waiting for elections to come through. What do we want? It's not the exact song, but it's used the same melody. Good to know. Good field hospitals, which I might actually want to employ. Let's do assault vehicle flotillas first, though. While man can't swim across water, asking him to swim across with Tyrrhenian sees a large request, especially when in full combat gear. Luckily, such a thing is not necessary. Designs for small man craft and former torpedo chariots or motorboats were drawn up first during the Great War, now seem to be finding real life. Such craft have a clear approach for amphibious commando raids, and interesting implications for a greater idea of naval landing craft. We need more naval landing craft anyway, so this is a good thing to get working on now. That's interesting. No New England. Supporting the U.S. I don't know what exactly the Entente's doing in this game, but I think I'm down for it. Trusting will demonetize for Italian hymn. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not gonna risk it. Because I got demonetized for some pretty obscure stuff, I think on the Romania one. Well, there goes the Balkan War. They've settled their differences. Icelandic independence, very interesting. You know what strangely is a kind of a fun focus tree? Iceland. Been debating playing them, but I don't know how much interest there would be for Iceland. I keep bringing it up, too. Pause if you want to read this. The Entente stands ready. I probably should send some volunteers over to the U.S. How many can I can send 3. That's actually pretty good. Let's see. I'll send my free boys over here. Let's get look at Prince Umberto. Send volunteers over to America. War between the HoI and Buddhists. I'm hoping we don't get... We're probably going to get put in Washington, aren't we? So we'll be stuck in that shitty Washington death corridor. Fighters. Working on that. Send me... We're sending you, Philip. We're going to prove your merit, damn it. You're going to show the world what we can do, what you can do. I'll give you guys another field marshal. Where have you guys dropped? You have indeed dropped in Washington. Okay. We'll do a quick front line there, see if we can encircle some troops. They're keeping the corridor open right now. See if we can't move in there and circle that AUS division. The Washington killing fields, pretty much, yeah. Sovereignties dominate Middle Africa. I'm talking about legal principle. Sounds like the Supreme Court right now. For the first time since 1913, free elections have been held in our country. Across the whole island, Sardinians of all extractions flock to the polls to express their votes. Though many lists are running, only a few expect to have a chance to dominate the parliament. Center and center-right stand of Christian Democrats of Sardinian Democratic Union. Moderates, they are looking towards finally bringing political Catholicism to government after a long year of absence from politics. Overall, popular among the populace, are widely expected to become the biggest party in parliament, though their internal divisions may make it possible for left liberal allies to gain power with their support. Opposed to them stand the Sardists of Sardinia Action Party, progressives and federalists. They hope to bring forward a recipe for a new Sardinia of equality and justice, and may still snatch a victory. However, they are too divided between the moderates and the almost socialist-leaning allies of Emilio Lussu. Lastly, though their power base has collapsed since the last election, the rightist liberals may manage to exceed expectations and cause great political havoc. I think I'll go with, the Sardists. Why not? I'll go, Sochdem. Or, not Sochdem, Libdem. Social Liberal. Socialib. Oh, Jesus, what the fuck happened there? What in the fuck happened there? You gotta fix that. Let's get improved field hospitals. The Red Cross has a long history of humanitarian work during war times. During the war, they're heavily involved in treating battlefield casualties and almost looking after prisoners of war. Now, current state in Sardinia is of the utmost importance that we recover as many wounded as possible. Facilitating the Red Cross activities can help us cover deficiencies in our own medical capacities. Okay, regarding no, Umberto was a king IRL. Right, I think that sounds right to me. Following the movement, the king has met with the two main leaders of the Sardist movement, the moderate Bellini and the radical Lussu. After congratulating them on the impressive victory, His Majesty and the two honorable discuss a possible governing solution. The first choice for Prime Minister seems to be the moderate Bellini, but even the European Republican Lussu seems to have a chance. It doesn't seem to matter either way, so let's do honorable Bellini's invited as expected. Our troops coming along, they're getting there. MacArthur chose what was tactic, so he'll probably lose. Maybe, but our asses kind of depend on him winning. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. The Venetian revolt. Well, that sucks for them. Probably doesn't suck too much for us. Okay, so they managed to hold back on that pocket there. Let's invest 50 political power. See what we can get. get construction speed. Try to move into Arkansas. Mac only wins when he turtles Washington. Yeah. The Fight of Von Goring. Huh. Goring just noped the fuck out. That's interesting. I read that they reworked, oh shit, we got a lot of research we gotta catch up on. I read somewhere that, that could happen. Or not that could happen, but Middle Africa got reworked, but I didn't realize they had that. Let's get motorized going. What about you, but the CSA almost wins, except when Acman is planes. I don't see the CSA winning too often anymore, honestly. I used to see pretty much every game, except for when I played in the area. But I've seen PSA do pretty well. I don't know if I've seen Mac win at all ever. What do we want to do? During our exile, the Chamber of Deputies lost much of its pre-war importance in policy-making and governing. Turner wrote in constitutional apparatus we had joined since 48. This must be reversed as Parliament and its elected members are the only true representatives of our people, and only them may truly help advise our king in ruling our nation. Only time I've seen the U.S. win, they went, oh no. That's not very wholesome. At all. We'll push them back on this river, which I don't know the name of, even though I probably should. You guys aren't doing too well. Can try moving in there. Tire these guys out. Going does Hess professional move. True. God, that was a fun little bit of history when Hess just decided to fucking fly off and fuck off. Exactly what his plan was there. I don't know if he even had a plan there. Potomac? I think Potomac's more like over here. Oh, there's the Middle Africa collapse. Well, GG to Goring. You have single-handedly ruined the German colonial project. Yeah, I know. I don't think it's part. It flows into the Mississippi, but I don't think it is actually called Mississippi. I don't think so, at least. We're just doing our best, holding out as much as we can. South Africa's declared war on those guys. That's fun. Ohio River, I think, actually. No, that connects into the... I'm not even sure anymore. Okay, let's do a deal for autonomy. Sardinian separatism remaining a fringe view, most Sardinians feel that any government ruling them from the continent would return Sardinia to status of rural, isolated backwater. Inspire trust in islanders will promise them some sort of self-governance once the mainland is reclaimed. Hopefully that'll help them. Leave them content. Serbia and as annexed the IMRO. I will join that, and that'll send our volunteers back home. Which, honestly, low-key may be for the best. Because I am not going... They were probably going to die if they stayed in America much longer. British West Africa is back. That is interesting. Wow. Okay, they really redid some of this. Wow. They snuck right in and took it back. What the fuck? Yeah. This is new. I have not seen this before. Since I'm guessing since the new update. So I've literally never seen this before. Why he's now joining us in the fight against Nepal. That is cool. Rhodesia 30 years early. Oh no. Well, South Africa is moving in. Well, this is interesting. I don't know what this fully means, honestly. Or what path is going to take them down. Well, Santiago, interesting. What's German? It's probably... I think it just got taken over. German Rhodesia is probably Sudwest Africa, I think. Yeah, Southwest Africa. If I had to come up with a parallel. Let's get reform the Carabinieri, another arm of the military dating back to before Italian unification. Served primarily as a military police force, a useful but largely auxiliary duty that's become somewhat overlooked during the long year of our exile. However, a campaign on the mainland would certainly need their service to maintain order in the recaptured land. Thus, a doctrinal overhaul may be necessary to ensure their preparedness for this task. There you go. Oh, Ost Africa is a thing now. Led by, it's an interesting name for them. Go figure. Oh yeah, I was watching a video on Namibia. And this guy went to, I think it's like, Swakopmund. I think that was the name of the place. And he just walks up to, camera, and he has these African people speaking German. I'm like, wow, that is cool. Because, Germany hasn't been there since they lost the territory in the 1920s. And so, let's work on a military factory. Them being there, there still being that legacy and them still speaking the language. That was neat to me. Let's get recon companies going. Always a good bet, those recon companies. Let's get excavation gains. West Africa and Urundi. Probably do work on some invasions now. Asia War, I don't remember what they're called. Choice between bad and... I don't know too much about that to comment, so I won't. I don't know if that's right, though. One. Collins ousted from office. Interesting. Oh, there goes the big fellow. Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, especially when you see what happened after. Remember, that wasn't too hot. Now they're having actual elections. There goes the big man. Improving the Carabini. Next we'll do... We have to research Marines and recon companies. That's interesting. Okay, so we have to research those ourselves. Let's get partisans behind enemy lines, then. Collins is the father of the nation. Sorry, laddie. There are even now still people in Italy who believe our cause over all others. These remaining loyalists will present us unique opportunities. While they may not be strong enough to carry out sustained insurgencies, they can conduct bond lines where we can better track enemy formations and their movements. We can supplement this with our own infiltration tactics for even greater effect. There we go. Good for me to do that. It's not the biggest deal, I guess. It's gonna need some time for when we eventually do that. What do we need in order to do that? Siege de Alta. We might have to do that first. Then get to this. Legacy of the Sassari Brigade. Creating that. Yeah, creating that. And then adopt experimental... Okay, yeah. So you have to get to a lot of these in order to do anything, it looks like. Because he needs to get into food. Right after the... King's our field marshal, that's cool. Yeah! I suppose he was killed way before the timeline Kaiserreich could change in that time, but stands and its columns very far from the authoritarian Lillian Harbor dictatorial innings. Possibly. I don't know too much about Mike Collins. Assuming you'd be the man to enlighten us, good sir. So we need Marines and recon companies. We're already working towards recon companies. Ooh. Let's get armed factories. Let's see. Oh, always forget which one it is. I don't know why, because I do this so much. There we go. We're probably going to need trucks, so we'll get working on trucks. We're not building it very efficiently. Gonna sleep because it's 2 a.m. Good game. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to heroes. Have a nice day. You too. Ooh. Nice seeing you, Niche. Stay safe, buddy. Assuming we read focus. I'll have to up the zoom in, I think. Basically, our version of Washington led the focus against the British and won us our independence. Oh, okay. Let's do partial mobilization. Hope that doesn't... Looks like we're not getting the event, which is good. Let's get working towards... Probably do expand La Maddalena real quick. No, just zoom when you have them all open. Oh, like the Oh, the focus tree. That's what you mean. Okay, I get you. I thought I meant the events. With the age of some of our ships quickly reaching 2 decades old, more maintenance is expected to be required to keep them fit for service. Expansion of the La Maddalena naval arsenal will be expedited, providing the Navy with extra dockyards and slipway capacity, along with reinforced fortifications. There we go. And I think with that, I'm going to leave it probably on YouTube, and then I'll wrap up on Twitch. So if you're YouTube people, thanks for watching. Check out all the links down in the description below. Comment section if you have any comments, leave. Thanks as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.